The golden hues of a New England autumn framed the picturesque setting as our family gathered to celebrate my parents' 30th wedding anniversary in March. The backyard of the house I grew up in was filled with laughter, the scent of apple pie, and the warm embrace of familial love. My parents, John and Mary, were the epitome of a successful, happy couple. At 63 and 60 respectively, they had weathered life storms together, raising my sister Emily and me, and now doting on their grandchildren. But beneath the surface of this seemingly perfect life lay a hidden fracture that would soon unravel the fabric of our family's happiness. I discovered the truth one chilly evening in late October. My father was having an affair with a 45-year-old woman named Diane. The shock was like a physical blow, leaving me breathless and disoriented. I couldn't reconcile this betrayal with the image of the devoted, loving father and husband I had always known. My first instinct was to confide in my mother, expecting her to be equally devastated. However, her reaction was even more unsettling. As we sat in the living room, the fire crackling softly, my mother confessed that she had known about the affair for 3 years. She had confronted my father, who promised to end it, but had failed to keep his word. In a calm and resigned tone, she explained, "Your father has needs that I can no longer meet since I went through menopause. Rather than losing him completely, I decided to let him find what he needs elsewhere, as long as he comes home happy and treats us well." I was dumbfounded. The idea that my mother could accept such a situation was incomprehensible to me. I felt a deep sense of betrayal and anger towards my father, also confusion and sorrow for my mother. How could she endure this? How could she believe that this arrangement was acceptable? From that moment, my relationship with my father changed. I couldn't look at him without feeling a surge of anger and contempt. Our once warm and easy conversations turned cold and stilled. My mother noticed the tension and urged me to let it go. "You need to forgive him, just as I have," she said. "Your father still loves us. He's always been a good provider and a loving husband and father." But her words did little to soothe my pain. I struggled with sleepless nights, crying for the mother who sacrificed her dignity and the father who shattered our trust. My anger simmered, threatening to boil over and destroy what remained of our family's harmony. One day, after yet another strained family dinner, I decided I couldn't let things continue this way. I needed to confront my father to make him understand the damage he was causing. We sat in his study, the room filled with the scent of his old leather chair and the ticking of the grandfather clock. "Dad," I began, my voice trembling with emotion, "I know about your affair with Diane. I know Mom knows too. How can you do this to us, to her?" He looked at me with tired eyes, and for a moment, I saw the weight of his guilt. "I never wanted to hurt anyone," he said quietly. "But as your mother said, there are things she can't give me anymore. I love your mother, and I love our family. I thought I could keep everything separate, but I see now that it's hurting all of us. You need to end it," I said firmly, "for Mom, for us, and for yourself. You can't keep living this double life." He nodded slowly, tears brimming in his eyes. "I will," he promised. "I will end it. I'm sorry for everything." True to his word, my father ended the affair. The process of rebuilding our family's trust was slow and painful. There were many difficult conversations, tears, and moments of doubt. My mother and father sought counseling, both individually and together. Emily and I supported them, but the scars remained. Through this ordeal, I learned that love is fragile and complex. It requires constant nurturing and honest communication. I learned that my mother's strength and forgiveness were both her greatest assets and her greatest burdens. Most importantly, I learned that healing is possible, even when it seems unimaginable. In time, our family found a new equilibrium. The relationship between my parents changed, becoming more open and honest. They rediscovered parts of their love that had been buried under years of routine and unspoken grievances. As for me, I found a way to forgive my father, not just for his infidelity, but for the pain it caused all of us. The autumn leaves continued to fall, covering the ground like a golden carpet, a reminder that even in the face of profound change, life goes on. And so did we, with a deeper understanding of the complexities of love and the resilience of the human heart.